Before we start, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Every week, we share real stories that touch the heart, stories you won't hear anywhere else. Today, I'm sharing one of the most personal experiences of my life, a story about love, loneliness, and the quiet moments that change everything. The morning it all began didn't look like anything special, just another ordinary Thursday. You know, the kind where the alarm goes off, coffee brews automatically, and life flows through you without a second thought. Sunlight spills through the blinds, painting thin stripes of gold across my face. And in that light, I stared at my own reflection. Tired, hollow, almost unfamiliar. Same woman, same faint smile, same life. But the spark in her eyes, the part that once felt alive, was gone. It was as if she had quietly slipped away, leaving behind only the faintest echo. And in that quiet, I realized something I hadn't allowed myself to face in years. I was invisible, even to the people who loved me most. From the outside, everything seemed perfect. A stable marriage, 2 healthy children, a cozy home tucked in a quiet Seattle suburb. The kind of life that looks flawless in photos. But perfection can be deceiving. Behind the smiles and weekend plans, something was quietly dissolving, slowly eroding the parts of me that mattered most. My name is Olivia Porter. I once believed I had it all figured out. I believed in doing everything right, showing up for everyone, keeping everything in order, being strong no matter what it cost me. What I didn't understand back then was that sometimes doing everything right quietly kills the part of you that once felt truly alive. That my husband, Ethan, is a good man, steady, reliable, predictable. He fixes problems before they happen, pays bills early, and washes the car every Sunday. For a long time, I loved that about him. Order, structure, they were comforting. But love changes, and when you stay in one season too long, unaware it has shifted, something inside you quietly dies. After 12 years of marriage, our love wasn't a flame anymore. It was an ember, small, quiet, burning from habit more than desire. We didn't fight, we didn't argue, but we didn't connect either. We coexisted, orbiting each other like distant planets, close enough to feel one another, far enough apart to remain strangers. Our conversations were routine. Did you take the kids to school? Can you pick up milk on your way home? What time's the PTA meeting? No laughter that reached the eyes, no silences that mattered, just the daily rhythm of life, comfortable but lifeless. That night, lying beside him, I'd listen to his even breathing and wonder if he felt it too. The emptiness, the quiet ache of being together yet completely alone. I never asked. Perhaps I was afraid of the answer. Perhaps I already knew it, because silence can scream louder than any argument. Sometimes the quietest moments carry the heaviest weight. And then Mason came into my life. It was a Monday, ordinary in every way, and I was barely paying attention during a meeting when he walked in. Mason Grant, a freelance designer with calm energy and a quiet presence. He didn't announce himself, he just settled into the room like sunlight spilling across a cold floor. At first, he was just another new face, another handshake, another introduction. But there was something about him, something that lingered. His confidence was unhurried, effortless. When he laughed, it wasn't forced. It came from deep within, and people couldn't help but notice. His eyes, a stormy gray blue, didn't just look at you. They read you quietly, searching for the parts you tried hardest to hide. At first, it was nothing, just small talk, casual conversations about work, coffee breaks. But beneath it all, something stirred, something I hadn't felt in years. Not attraction, not yet. Something softer, a curiosity with a heartbeat. One afternoon, after a long meeting, he said casually, "You always hold everything together, don't you?" It was a simple statement, yet it pierced me more than I expected. No one had noticed before, not the effort it took to keep everything balanced, not the exhaustion behind my smiles. And that was the spark, the smallest ember in a life I thought had gone cold. Mason didn't flirt, he didn't charm, he simply noticed. He observed the little things, the way I tucked my hair behind my ear when nervous, the songs I hummed when I thought no one was listening, the subtle shifts in my voice when I pretended to be fine. He asked questions no one had asked in years, not polite ones, but ones that mattered. Are you happy? What makes you feel alive? For the first time in years, someone wasn't listening to my words. They were listening to me, who I truly was. I told myself it was harmless, just friendship, just comfort, but deep down, I already knew. When you've been starved for recognition, even a single act of attention can feel like salvation. Every conversation left me lighter. Every laugh lingered longer. Every time he said my name, it reminded me I still existed. Meanwhile, Ethan drifted further into his routines, emails, bills, screens that glowed brighter than the distance between us. Our home became functional, not alive. We were managing life, not living it. And then came the night that changed everything. The office had emptied. We stayed late finishing a presentation. The hum of the air conditioner filled the silence. He leaned close to show me something on the screen, and for a brief second his breath brushed against my neck. My pulse raced. The air felt charged. In that suspended moment, I forgot how to breathe. "Sorry," he murmured. "It's okay," I whispered, though my voice betrayed me. And in that moment, I realized control is fragile when loneliness has been your constant. The most dangerous thing isn't always what's said, it's what's felt but never spoken, because that's where everything begins. And that's where part 1 ends. In part 2, I'll share how that spark slowly grew, how little moments turned into dangerous cravings, and how the life I thought I knew started shifting in ways I never imagined. If you want to see the next chapter of this story, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and don't miss what happens next.